Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done some of these financial modeling cases, and after we recently completed stage 3 and I didn't see any real improvement in my skills, I thought it might be a good opportunity to practice. The reason why I haven't done any is partly because I've been a bit busy, so my uploading schedule hasn't been as regular recently. Also, I've started diving into some of the Excel Championship regional competitions like UK and DACH. Those have been exciting. I didn't sign up in time for the Brazil one, although I think next year I would like to give that one a try as well. But today I come with the first case of the second stage of the 2025 Financial Modeling World Cup season called Sweet Time. And before I start the timer and try this case, let me read the introduction to you so you can see what this case is all about. This case is called Sweet Time. You are a financial analyst at La Chocolaterie, a company that manufactures and sells chocolates. La Chocolaterie is considering an investment in a new $1.5 million production line to increase its capacity and meet growing demand for its best-selling chocolate bars. The company expects this investment to generate an additional annual cash flow of $400,000 from additional chocolate sales for the next 5 years. And so in this case, we have information on the new production line, information on the sales discount rate, and sales discount tiers. Now, part 1 of the case is just going to focus on the production line. Part 2 of the case is going to focus on the other 2 parts, but we'll take care of those as we get there. So let me go ahead. I'm going to start my timer here, and let's see how far I can get with these questions. Here we go. So question 1 asks, what is the internal rate of return of each $400,000 is received at the end of the year? The initial investment is paid at the end of year 0, and the cash flows are received starting from year 1. Use the IRR function. All right, so let me just do Q1, and let me do year. And we're going to do 6 years starting at 0. So that's going to be year 0 to year 5. For year 0, I'm going to put this as a negative number because that's cash flow out. And for the all other remaining years, I'm going to put this as a positive number because these are cash flows in. Now, if I go ahead and use the internal rate of return function, I can just highlight all of these. And this will give me an answer of 10.42. How many decimals? These are 2 decimals, 10.42, and there we go. Question 2. Assume the initial investment of $1.5 million is made on December 31st, 2024. The cash flows are received at the beginning of each year. The first inflow of $400,000 occurs on January 1st, 2025, and continues annually on the same day throughout January 1st, 2029. What is the internal rate of return on this investment? Use the XIRR function. And so this question really highlights the difference between IRR and XIRR. IRR, the standard rate of return function, is assuming regular, maybe not regular, but periodic payments, as in they all occur within the same period. But XIRR allows you to set the dates so that the periods themselves are not regular. So if I set this initial cash flow out at December 31st, if I can type, 2024, I'm going to set these 5 as January 1st, 2025 to 2029. So the way I'm going to do that is 5 rows starting at 2025, January 1st. There we go. Now I'm going to use the XIRR function here. So those are the cash values. These are the dates that's corresponding. Set this as a percentage. I get 16.84. There we go. Now questions 3 to 5 are for the second part. So let me go ahead and read the introduction to that. After considering the potential benefits of offering discounts to wholesale clients for early payment, La Chocolaterie has decided to further analyze the financial implications of different discount rates for upfront payments. The company wants to optimize its cash flow by offering tiered discounts for bulk orders based on how much of the payment is made up front. Assume that La Chocolaterie has a 10% cost of capital for all questions. Assume that the sales discount is applied to the full amount of the order, also to the part that is paid after 1 year. So, that 10% cost of capital is listed there, and here are the discount scenarios that we are looking at. Let's take a look at question 3. Under the tier 1 discount scenario, where 5% of sales discount, 50% up front, what is the present value of the cash flows that the company receives with a payment of 50% up front and the remaining 50% 1 year later? All right, so first I want to calculate. This is, by the way, this is what tripped up a lot of players, was that this order size did not have a currency symbol next to it. A lot of times in finance, when we think size and just a number, we think of unit counts, like how many units were purchased, and then we would try to find a price, but there was no price listed here. So this should actually be a currency, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it as such there. So let's say actual sales price. So that's going to be order size minus the discount. There we go. And let's say payment up front. It's going to be that times the 50%. I'm doing this horizontally for a reason, and you'll see with the next 2 questions. And payment 1 year later is the other 50%. Now, oops. Did that right? Yes. Payment 1 year later. Now, for net present value, here's how I'm going to calculate this. The net present value for something that happens now is going to be that amount. So I'm just going to highlight that amount there. And I'm going to add the net present value with 10% rate of the payment received in the future. So that's going to give me a total of 344,591, which is right here. Now, questions 4 and 5 are asking the same thing, but with the other 2 scenarios. So you see question 4 is written almost exactly the same. And then question 5 is, what is the total amount that the company receives up front? Well, it's going to receive 100% of the payment up front. So if I go ahead and take this, the reason why I did this vertically is when I copy and paste and move it down, everything's going to line up nicely with this table. So I'm going to get these 3 values, which means answer 2 should be 316,636. Answer 3 should be $289,000. There you go. That's how you solve Sweet Time, the speeded up case from stage 2 of the 2025 Financial Modeling World Cup. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, and I will put up the other cases from this stage shortly.
It's the XIRR World Championship. Who is going to win? It's the XIRR World Championship. Who's going in the spreadsheet bin?